Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel if you're new and welcome back if you're returning. Before we get started with today's Warrior GOAT deck profile, I just want to say that we do Edison, Tengu, hat format, pretty much all those old school retro formats that we all love. So subscribe for more and like the video. That's free of charge. I appreciate you. Here we go. This is my take on the Warriors. I wouldn't say it's a hot take at all. Warriors and Chaos Turbo has been play tested to the ground by many people, so this is the consolidation of the hive mind and what I've seen, what I've played with myself, and hopefully we have a beautiful list to give to anybody who years down the line looking at this profile wanting to play Go format can use. So we have 3 Blade Knight. Blade Knight is the main guy of the deck. It says if you have 1 or less cards in your hand, increase the attack of this card on the field by 400 points. Also, this card is the only monster. Also, if this card is the only card on your side of the field, monster on your side of the field, sorry, I can't fucking read, negate the effects of flip effect monsters destroyed by battle with this card. So he's really good against Chaos Turbo. He's going to knock out those Moths, those Assailants, those Decoichis. He does not knock out Spy, which is why Spy is so good. Next up, we have what's considered the Warrior Toolbox. He's also part of it, but as you know, there's a card called Reinforcements of the Army, which is semi-limited in the format. It can search any of those level 4 or lower warriors, so we call this the Toolbox of the Warriors. We got the 1 DD Warrior Lady. She can banish the opponent's monster in battle. We got the 1 Exiled Force. He can tribute himself to pop a monster on the field. So that outs a lot of problem things like Jinzo, which is a major problem for us, playing so many traps. We have the 1 Swordsman level 2. In a format with so many flip effects, he goes really hard, so having him is absolutely mandatory. We have the 1 Don Zalug. That'll add to our searchable dark options for BLS, but also it'll allow us to go +1 off an interaction by discarding a card from their hand, so that's really important that we have him in our toolbox. For the final 2 monsters in our toolbox, we have the searchable light Sasuke with a decent effect that pops face-up defense automatically when it attacks them, so if they got like their BLS in defense, like a lot of people do often when they use the banish effect and they're trying to play around Mirror Force, this guy can just pop it right away. And we have the searchable dark of the format. We have Zombira. Some people do play the 1 Goblin attack force. I am not about it. It is not a dark. I'd rather play Zombira. And then Zombira doesn't go to defense after the attack. He has his downside, right? He loses attack and can't attack directly, but being a searchable dark, I think is really good. And then for the final monsters of the deck, we have the last Warrior, which doesn't really matter that he's a Warrior because he's not searchable by Rhoda, but he happens to be a Warrior. We have BLS, the boss monster of the deck for sure. Any deck that plays him, he's the boss monster. And then we have some generically good stuff. We have the 1 Tribe Infecting Virus, the 1 Breaker the Magical Warrior. These guys are both limited to 1 for a reason, just really good cards. And we're keeping our monster count really small in this deck. We're just choosing to play a few more beaters. We're playing 3 Kaiku in a Chaos Turbo heavy format. I'm opting for the 3 Kaiku. Grab my light. Where is that glare coming from? 1 second, guys. I think it's this main guy right here. Oh well. Yep, but that's it. We'll move on to the spells and traps. If you guys have any changes, let me know down below, and we can certainly make those down the road if we just want to try some new lists to show off to you guys. Okay, so we got phone, car keys, and wallet. You can't leave home without them. These are the 3 best spells in the format. Bar none, these guys are insane, so you have to play them. Don't really even have to go into detail about them at all. That'd be kind of disrespectful to their greatness. We have 1 Snatch Steal, 1 Premature Burial, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Mystical Space Typhoon. These are going to be the last of your one-ofs. Again, don't really have to do any explaining. Just really good cards in the format. Pretty much all sacky in their own right. We got the 2 Rhoda. If we could play 3, we'd definitely play 3. To this day, this card's limited to 1 because it's so damn busted. Edison format, it's at 1, but GOAT, it's at 2, so we're going to play it. And Warriors being one of the best decks, it's kind of cool that it's at 2. Next up, we have the 2 Noblemen of Crossout, We are basically the arch nemesis of Chaos Turbo playing Warriors, so we're hitting them from all angles with Blade Knight, crap ton of traps, and then Nobleman's. Nobleman's really good against them. We don't have any flip effects whatsoever, so Nobleman doesn't affect us whatsoever. We're not afraid to hit those spies, those moths, the koichis. We're not banishing anything, so it's just one-sided slaughter on their end. Alright, for the traps, and we have an absolute ton of them. Let me actually clear the spells out of the way. I usually don't do this, but we got a lot of traps. Okay, we're playing all the best traps in the format. We're playing Mirror Force, Torrential, Ring of Destruction. We got the ulti for you guys today. We're playing Call of the Haunted. We are not maxing out on this next card, but we are playing 2 of them. We're playing 2 Sakuretsu Armor. We're playing 2 Dust Tornado. We are maxing out on these guys. These guys are insane cards. Both are limited to 1 in Edison for a reason. And at GOAT, they're at 3, so we are going to max the hell out on them. We're playing 3 Trap Death Shoot and 3 Solemn Judgment. Warriors are an insane control deck. Not only are they an aggro deck, but they're also a control deck. And when you're aggro control all in one, you're going to have a really good day. And when you're considered one of the 2 best decks in the format, this deck goes so crazily, insanely hard. So Trap Death Shoot is an extremely sacky card. As you know, it can be dead late in game, so it can be a double-edged blade, but generally speaking, resolving a Dust Shoot early on is phenomenally good. Knowing if they have Heavy Storm or not allows us to commit to setting more back row if we don't have Solemn Judgment. You also want to be careful with that, by the way, because if they know that you know they have Heavy Storm and you still choose to set a bunch, they can assume you have Solemn, so they might still try and make you rip it, but you could also just try and bluff them out, put 2 traps, see if they activate it and get rid of it. Alright, so that is it for the deck, guys. If you guys have any changes at all, let me know, and let me know why. At this point, I'd say this deck list works, right? But there's always the argument over, a few cards. I would say, for the most part, Chaos Turbo and Warriors both are pretty much solved for like the first 36 cards. And people usually just debate over those last 3 or 4. So there's really not much you can change with the deck other than just changing ratios of stuff. But if you would, let me know, and let me know why. And if you guys like Edison, Tengu Plant, Hat format, any of those more niche retro formats, subscribe for more. And peace out. We'll see you in the next one.